I started a nonprofit to use basketball as a vehicle to just kind of help impact people. You're doing the same exact thing locally on Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota, where you're from, born and raised. We're in a situation where we can build a full court, a weight room, and have it fully functioning for 10 years with all expenses and insurance paid for about $200,000 roughly right now. It's a lot of money to raise, but at the same time, it's barely anything.
Yeah. My name's Alejandro Reyma. Born here in Rapid City, South Dakota, but grew up on the Pine Ridge Reservation my whole life. I'm Oglala Lakota. My Lakota name is which means brings thunder. So yeah, I'm a proud Lakota, proud Native American, indigenous man. But yeah, I grew up on the reservation my whole life. Basketball's really big where I'm from. So like that's one of the problems is the suicide. Okay, the poverty with the employment rates being so low. Okay, we talked about the life expectancy.
I think
that's
it's like 80% unemployment.
Yeah,
I might get that wrong.
It's probably up somewhere around there.
It's like if you're over 30 or 40, 50% of people are diabetic just from a fitness lifestyle. We were talking about so many other things too. Like, this is not an excuse or a blame. It's just real science.
I think more crazy, just to kind of add on to that, is like being on the res. You know what I mean? We're an hour and a half from Rapid City. An hour. We're isolated
for sure.
And then so not only is the reservation itself isolated. Imagine if you're one of those people, you know what I mean, in the districts living out in the country who doesn't have a car. Like, how isolating, even more isolating that is. Like, you don't really know how big the world is.
It's really difficult.
It's hard to
imagine.
Yeah, it's hard to even put into. Yeah, it's just so isolating that you don't, like, getting comfortable with where you're at and the life that you live. Like, they just don't know.
Yeah,
they don't know that there's so much more out in the world.
Yeah,
like there's all of these problems, you know. And warrior mindset is really my best attempt at trying to fix all of those things. Okay, it's like. Yeah, starting with you. There's old people. You know, old people get stuck in their ways, years and years of believing something. It's just they're hard to change.
For sure.
And that's why we're starting with the kids. You know what I mean? Trying to not only teach them what a healthy lifestyle is, what hard work is, and all the other valuable things in life that basketball teaches you. But we're also trying to reconnect them with the culture. You know what I mean? Kind of give them an identity for when they really do go into life, because that's something that I had to struggle with that culture shock. You know what I mean? Feeling like I'm so different from everybody, but having my identity as a Lakota man is what really helped me get through that and embracing that even more.
Identity formation is huge for everyone. Huge.
Yep. So yeah, warrior mindset, like that's where my best shot at trying to fix the problems, you know what I mean, on my reservation. The impact, I think, would just be huge. Right now I'm thankful to have a great relationship with a lot of the schools in the community, but even then they could only do so much in terms of opening the gyms, having all this access for kids to, you know what I mean? They do a great job of trying to fill kids' time with something to be productive.
Not to put them down.
Yeah, not at all.
It's a big ass reservation, and there's only a few gyms in town, and like those gyms ultimately are mostly at schools, and the gym access is going to be limited. And if you want to succeed in basketball, limited gym access is very difficult unless you live in like California and can go to the park. Tough to do when it's snowing outside all the time in the winter most of the year.
And you can't just walk to a park like when you're in Pine Ridge. You know what I mean? It's you're gonna have to drive there. So if you're gonna make the drive into town, 30-minute drive, like you might as well try to get in a gym. And so that's what I think. Really just providing that space for kids is gonna help to impact, just way even more, and just like providing a home for all of it and warrior mindset and its beliefs, I just think that the impact would be so huge by allowing these kids to have that space to escape from what it is that they feel they need to escape from. And if it isn't anything that they're escaping from, maybe it's the things that they're chasing in life, like you know what I mean? Even if it isn't basketball, say it's strength training, trying to better their body, introducing them to those type of habits, that way of living. Because I feel like once you, like as a student athlete or as an athlete in general, you're so used to training and you live that life that it's like, how good it feels. So when you're not doing that thing, like you just, you know what I mean? You're saying you're feeling fat as shit. Like you ain't
I think I met like a group of people, any way you want to define it, by like age, gender, race, whatever, that love basketball more than the native people that I've met. If you're someone that kind of can resonate with any of the stuff that we're talking about, if you're someone that had like a mentor, coach, teammate's family change your life in any way through sports, if that's you and you want to pay that forward in any way, we would be deeply honored and grateful if you would be willing to pay it forward through us.
Because we're definitely going to be paying it forward, times
100%. 100%.
Been a star, but they labeling me a journeyman. Don't leave it to the judges. I raise my hand when the word is in. I never got robbed, so why would I have to worry then? Severe hands and a sturdy chin. A couple flurries win. I'm punching.